Alright guys, so we're out here. We're going to go ahead and test out the new mount on the Cricket for the 360 camera. We'll see how much vibration we get. But yeah, so we're going to give it a try, see what it looks like, and I will show you the raw the raw footage from it so you can see how much vibration actually is in it or not. So we'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and get ready to go and get the pre-flight done and get out onto the runway. We'll do some flight just locally around, and then maybe we'll go down and do just a short cross country over to Deming and back, see how everything works. So all right guys, so let's go ahead. Brakes are good.
Los Cruces traffic, experimental 750 Echo Juliet. It's going to be taxiing Alpha to the run-up area for runway 8, Los Cruces.
Before takeoff checklist, have set and hold brakes, battery 1 and 2 is on, fuel pump 1 and 2 is on, doors closed and latched, no straps hanging out the door, okay, alright, freedom of movement, flight controls are free and correct, flight instruments, showing 30 gallons of fuel. Fuel gauge is good, 14 volts on the battery, so we're charging. I'm seeing a charge on the amp meter.
Let's try. Runway 8. We'll be at left down departure to the west.
Oil pressures are good. Coolant is coming up. We're at 147, coming up to 150. And oil temperature is at 133. I did try the 10 ounces again in it this time. We're going to see how the gearbox handles that. I know it's what for the new gearbox changes. That is the recommended amount is 10. However, I was running into some heat-in issues, and Jan had advised me to go ahead and go back to the 8 ounces. I tried that for a little while, and that worked pretty good. But with the cooler temperatures out right now, figured I'd give it a try back at the 10 ounces because, you know, that'd be good. Engine gauges, we've got 42 PSI on the fuel. So that's looking good now. We got that all situated. Let's see. I already had a picture from the previous flight on that one, so I should be good. So it's 87 point, it was 87.0, so we're doing good there. We don't have a flight plan in right now because we're not really going anywhere yet. We want to take off. We're going to go ahead and go around the pattern for a little bit, and then we'll, everything is looking good, then we'll try to go down range a little bit. We'll go over to Deming, set up the flight plan from there. All right, so we got, again, battery 1, battery 2, fuel pump 1, fuel pump 2, all field is on. Avionics, nav, strobe, and we are on the landing light right now. So, and is all good. Frequencies have been checked. We're on 2227, which is our Unicom, and 119.025, and I cross-checked the Baro on both. We're going to go ahead and set flaps down 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Get off the ground a little bit quicker. And we're ready for the run up to 3,500. We're at 150 now on the coolant temperature, so we're good.
Traffic, Skyline 2868 Foxtrot, crosswind for left out departure.
All systems look good. Temperatures are good. RPM back. Doesn't quit. Bring it up to 30. Up to 1700 for idle. Check. 1700. Alright, all that is good. Oil pressure is still in the green. And let's see, everything else is good. Okay, that's all good. That's good. That's good. Trims are good. And alright, we're ready for takeoff. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
All right. Los Angeles traffic, experimental 750 Echo Juliet. It's going to be departing runway 8, and we're going to load it up above the field and just do some checks, and then if it looks good, we'll depart. Los Angeles traffic.
Los Cruces traffic, experimental 64, go for Romeo 7 miles to the southeast. I'll be crossing mid-field and make a left-hand downwind for runway 08, Las Cruces traffic.
Got him in sight. Other guys out far.
Cruces traffic, Skyline 2868 Foxtrot. Gonna let down for runway 8, make a downwind departure, heading out west.
RPM's good. Field's on the ground. Back pressure. Air more. Airspeed coming up. Oil pressure still good. Engine RPM is good. Oil temperatures are good. Coolant temperatures are good. All engine instruments are in the green. Got 500 foot per minute climb. 60 knots. Everything's still in green. Two on the flaps. Get a little more speed. Oil pressure still good, 75. And flaps to flight. Flaps are in flight. Oscar traffic, experimental 750 Echo Juliet is turning left, crosswind, runway 8, remaining in the battery. Los Cruces. No smoke.
traffic, experimental 64 Golf Romeo. Traffic out there, you just made your crosswind off of 8?
Yes, sir. 750 Echo Juliet just made crosswinds. Going to be turning left downwind right now.
Okay, I'll go ahead and slow it down and I'll come behind you on the downwind.
And 750 Echo Juliet turning left downwind runway 8. Remaining in the pattern. Lost cruises.
Okay, 64 Golf Romeo, lost cruising traffic. I do have you inside.
I have you inside as well, sir. And 750 Echo Juliet's going to be continuing climb up to 6,000 feet, just staying over the field, Lost cruises. Gearbox temperature still looks good, 180. Coolant still, darn near cool. Oil pressure still looks good, 70 psi. Everything is in the green. So, it looks good.
Lost cruising traffic, experimental 64 Golf Romeo is making its left downwind for runway 08. I've got traffic inside.
And West Coast traffic, experimental 750 Echo Juliet. It's going to be just landing in the pattern, but level at 6,000 feet. No landing, Lost cruises.
Cruising traffic, experimental 64 will go for Romeo's on an extended downwind with the experimental in sight.
And West Coast traffic, experimental 750 Echo Juliet. We're just going to be orbiting over the field at 6,000. Just doing some system checks, Lost cruises.
Cruising traffic, experimental 64 Golf Romeo's on the left base for runway 8. Full stop.
Okay, start keeping an eye
Cruiser
on.
traffic, Cherokee 35 Juliet, taxiing to runway 30 from Foss via Alpha, Lost Cruises traffic.
Okay, everything's still looking good in the green. We've got 4,600 RPM, oil PSI still between, press this one more, 68, 67 PSI. That's all looking good. Coolant temperature about 180, 190 on the gearbox.
Cruises traffic within 26 November, 12 miles north, swing out 8,500. I'll be entering a left base runway 08.
Cruises traffic, experimental 64 Golf Romeo is on a final for runway 08.
Lost Cruises traffic, Cherokee 35 Juliet, taxiing to runway 08 via Alpha from Foss, Lost Cruises traffic.
Lost Cruises traffic, experimental 64 Golf Romeo is on short final for runway 08. Lost Cruises.
Lost cruise traffic, experimental 750 Echo Juliet is orbiting the field at 6,000. Lost cruises. want to make sure everything is functioning very well before I go away from the field.
Los Cruces traffic, experimental 64 Gulf Romeo, clear to back dead runway 08, taxi 2 jibs above on Alpha. Los Cruces traffic, experimental 7009er Whiskey, holding short for takeoff on runway 8. Any traffic in the pattern?
Los Cruces traffic, experimental 750 Echo Juliet is orbiting the field, 6,200, Los Cruces.
And the 26 November is 5 miles out, entering a left base runway 08.
Okay, we're going to roll for takeoff, runway 08, heading out over the city.
Over.
Alright, so seems like everything is running well. We're at 4390, 60 PSI, 63 PSI on the oil pressure, so all's good there. 178 on the coolant and 190 on the oil temperature. So everything is in the green, charging, and all is good. So we're going to go ahead and depart the area.
And the 26 November is 3 mile left base runway 08, Las Cruces.
So we're going to go ahead and depart the area to the west. See how everything goes. Las Cruces traffic, experimental 750 Echo Juliet is going to be departing the area to the west of Las Cruces.
And the 26 November is turning final, runway 08, Las Cruces.
Bumpy.
Las Cruces traffic, RV 363 Romeo Victor, stuck up about 12 miles to the north, inbound for landing. We'll plan a left base on 8, Las Cruces.
bit of oscillation there.
Banana 26 Rivers, clear the runway, Las Cruces.
Where are you going? That's not where I wanted you to go, you silly thing. Where are you going? Direct. Deming. Direct. Activate. There you go. There you go. Now you're getting on the course. Why are you climbing though?
Las Cruces traffic, Cherokee 969er Foxtrot taxiing Alpha to runway 8 run-up area, Las Cruces.
I want you at 65. That's weird.
Las Cruces traffic, Cherokee 35 Juliet, holding short of runway 8, Las Cruces traffic.
Las Cruces traffic, 3 Romeo Victor, up 5 miles to the north. We'll go in around 45 for a left-hand pattern for runway 8, Las Cruces.
Las Cruces traffic, Air 7527 Juliet is taxiing from the ramp to runway 8, Las Cruces.
Las Cruces traffic, Cherokee 35 Juliet, departing from runway 8, Las Cruces traffic.
A little bumpy today. Yeah, it does definitely creep up a little bit on the oil temperature with the 10 ounces in there.
Las Cruces traffic, 3 Romeo Victor on a 45.
205 is still within limits.
Downwind for 8, Las Cruces.
Still climbing. Get back down to 6.5. Do that really quick.
Las Cruces traffic, Cherokee 35 Juliet, turning left crosswind for runway 08, Las Cruces traffic.
Crucis, Yellow RV 363 Romeo Victor, turning left base, 14, lost speed, full stop.
Oscar traffic, Cherokee 35 Juliet, turning left downwind for runway 08, Los Cruces traffic.
Not very smooth out today.
Traffic 3 Romeo Victor off base.
Los Cruces traffic, Cherokee 35 Juliet, turning left base flag for runway 26, Los Cruces traffic. Los Cruces traffic, Cherokee 35 Juliet, final leg, runway 08, Los Cruces traffic.
Bit bumpy today.
Yeah, hello.
Alright, so oil pressure still looking good, about 63 psi. Oil temperature with the 10 ounces, it does run a little bit hotter. So oil temperature on the gearbox does run a little bit warmer, about 200 degrees instead of, that's still well within limits.
35 Juliet, turning left crosswind for runway 08, Los Cruces traffic.
Cruising along here at 81 knots, 4,700 RPM. Oil temperatures, everything all in the green, still charging on the battery, so everything is good. Fuel pressure is looking good still. And burning about 4.5 gallons an hour. Woo! Still a bit of a bump there.
Yep.
Not too shabby. Maintaining altitude within 100 feet, within 50 feet actually, 6,500. So looking pretty good there. Maintaining that 80 knots. Up and down just a little bit. So right up over here, that's where that one house was.
Las Cruces traffic, Turkey 35
Was this
Juliet,
airstrip right here?
westbound wind for runway 08, Las Cruces traffic.
That's the Solo Ranch. I think it was this one. It was either this one or the next one. There's two of them pretty much right in line with each other here. And there's another one down here. One particular harbor, it's called. I don't know. It may be a completely private airstrip.
Traffic, Cherokee 69er Foxtrot, left crosswind, runway 8, departing to the north, direct cages, Foxers.
Descending a little bit, needs to get the nose back up just a little.
Density altitude 5,300. Deming Municipal Airport. Automated weather observation 1928 Zulu. Wind 090 at 08. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 17 Celsius. Dew point 02 Celsius. Altimeter 3015. Remarks. Density altitude 5,300.
Las Cruces traffic, Cherokee 35 Juliet, final leg, runway 08, Las Cruces traffic.
There's the one place with the dirt strip.
Las Cruces traffic, Airstrip 527 Juliet, holding short, runway 08, Las Cruces.
It's just a dirt runway from what I can tell. It doesn't look like it's been used.
Las Cruces traffic, Airstrip 527 Juliet is going to be holding for departure, runway 08, Las Cruces.
The autopilot seems to like 4,800 RPM.
Cruces traffic, experimental 16 Megatil, approximately 8 miles. 8 miles to the
About 86 knots, which is about what we flew the whole way back over there.
down the land, Cruces.
So it seems to like it though. Kind of balances itself out a little bit. Not sure there's much to do with them.
Probably not.
gearbox temperature now 210. Goes back and forth between 208 and 210. Not too much. Oil pressure still looking good. Coolant temperature still in the green at 180.
Los Cruces traffic, Turkey 35 Juliet, left crosswind runway 08, Los Cruces traffic.
Cruces traffic, experimental 165. It's restored, 25 miles, 5 miles to the north.
Right now I'm using that one for the ADS-B to see how it goes. I'm seeing traffic, so that's a plus. Accuracy on the GPS though with it under the wing is not great. Oh, I'm not sure what I can do to fix that besides move it forward. That requires drilling it out, re-riveting, and then moving it forward. Not sure I want to mess with that. Let's see.
1933 Zulu. Wind 100 at 0.
Seven traffic, experimental 750 Echo Juliet is 11 to the east. Going to be inbound, overfly the field 6,500, and then depart back to the east. Foster's, or Deming. Now we won't land. There's nothing to do there. And they'll charge me to land.
They'll charge you to land?
Sometimes. They use ADS-B information sometimes to send out bills for landing fees. Last time we went all the way up that way towards Silver City. The City of Rocks is out that way. Can't really see it though. So gearbox is 210, 180 on the coolant. And we're showing about 63, 65 PSI on the oil pressure, so all is in the green. Fuel is still good, 27 gallons still remaining. And 14.4, 14.5 voltage on the battery, so still charging. Fuel pressure still 41 to 42 psi, so that's all in the green as well. You okay?
Yeah.
Got a headache?
No, I'm just tired.
What? You didn't sleep good last night?
5 hours is not enough sleep.
So there's supposed to be another airstrip like right here. I don't know. I don't see it. I mean, I guess that could be it. I don't know. They just look like dirt roads to me. Still recording. Still recording. I guess technically this one should have been pointing towards us. I guess for some videos that's what I'll do, because really that one you can see out front.
Yeah, but do you really want something staring at you all the time?
No, not the whole flight. So, and now I'll edit this one. It's not vibrating too bad. I'll have to see how it looks when it's done. But I mean, I can definitely see it vibrating, but it doesn't seem too bad. I don't see any white smoke coming from the engine?
No.
Alright. Well, that's a good sign. See how its handle's turning around on the GPS track now. Right now it's doing a GPS turn. Should be flying the GPS route back. It's maintaining altitude, maintaining airspeed. Coolant temperature and oil temperatures are still all in the green. And it's going ahead and making that GPS turn. It's doing well. Very nice. Coming around on the headed. Picked up a little bit of speed from the 80 knots that it's supposed to be at. There's a little bit of tuning I still need to do with the with this, but for the most part it's working correctly. I like this down here better.
Dimming traffic, November 5 Yankee X-ray is inbound about 5 miles out, 6,200 inbound on a VOR-D, inbound circle to land, runway 8, dimming.
Yeah, I'm not seeing them. I don't trust that one.
See something over there.
Got him. Yeah. That one's not working very well. I'm going to have to report to them. I'm not seeing traffic. Because there's him right there. He's below me, not a big deal, but that one seems to be working better in the window. This one doesn't see 978. What the fuck, man? If it ain't one thing, it's a fucking another. Sorry for the language, but it either works or it don't. It's actually probably a good thing then that the autopilot made the right turn instead of the left turn to get back on track, because basically he's on the track that I was at. Of course, he's below us.
Yeah.
Not a big deal, but yeah. So that bomb's still not working properly.
That's a pretty long train.
Yeah, it is. That's at least a mile, maybe two, maybe a mile and a half. get the longer ride in the back. Actually, I have an engine back there pushing. It bounces around a little bit, but I'm wondering if I think if I get a dedicated tube that doesn't do the extension, that might make it better. I'm not impressed with the bomb, buddy. I should be getting ADS-B very well out there.
And different traffic. November 5 Yankee X-ray is 2 miles to the north, or, sorry, 1 mile to the north, circle land, runway 8, Deming.
Visibility 10, clear below 12,000. Temperature.
Start listening to Lost Cruises now.
Lost Cruises traffic, Bonanza 993 Quebec is about 10 miles to the northwest. We're on the RNAV 12 approach. We'll break off and make left traffic for runway 8. So we're on 45 for left base runway 8. Lost Cruises traffic, 760 Foxtrot, former southwest. Going to be over fine.
This is definitely going to make a big difference on the long trip, though.
Yeah.
I still don't know why it flies off the track, though.
At least it's parallel.
I'm supposed to be at 7,500 actually, anyway. Or it come down, yeah, sorry. David tries to do the fine.
Los Cruces traffic, Cherokee 35 Juliet, left base flag for runway 08, Los Cruces traffic.
It's doing it. That's one minute.
Los Cruces traffic, Cherokee 35 Juliet, final leg, runway 08, Los Cruces traffic.
Los Cruces traffic, 93 Quebec is turning a left base runway 8 at Los Cruces. Traffic says 7604 Foxtrot crossing over midfield 5,500 going left downwind runway 08 full stop Los Cruces.
about 7,500 to go.
Is Bonanza, and we are left base runway. At Las Cruces.
Traffic 776 full box shot, no left downwind for runway 08. Please look at that traffic on the luxury.
It looks like you could build a house near that runway. There's still open space.
If the runway is
Las Cruces
actually...
traffic, RB 32384, we are 11 miles straight in for runway 08, full stop Las Cruces.
to go. Doing the climb very well, 80
Las
knots.
Cruces traffic, Turkey 35 Juliet, left crosswind for runway 08, Las Cruces traffic.
Las Cruces traffic, 93 Quebec, final 8, Las Cruces.
Gearbox temperature is still good, 220, 218. Oil pressure still 62, 65. So still looking good on oil pressure.
Cruises traffic 776 full box shot, turn left base, full south 08. Las Cruces.
Las Cruces traffic, 993 Quebec is about a half mile final runway 8, Las Cruces. And we'll be full stop.
Las Cruces traffic, Turkey 35 Juliet, left downwind leg for runway 08, Las Cruces traffic.
Las Cruces traffic 776 box shot, turn in final, full stop 08, get that traffic in front of me inside Las Cruces.
Back down 4,800 RPM. And we're about 75. 80 knots. All is in the green. Gearbox temperature is coming back down. Now that we leveled out, got some speed. But the gearbox temperature, because it's bring back the RPM, and that starts to come back.
Las Cruces traffic, experimental 7009 whiskey, 15 miles to the north.
Look at that
on approach for downwind leg to runway 8, Las Cruces traffic.
And it does it here too. And here. I don't know why. Not very accurate on that, and I don't know why. It should be much more, especially for this being a WASP GPS that can do an approach. That should be a lot more accurate than that. I mean, look how far I'm off.
Traffic on final is Cat 4284. I think you said you're making a full stop, correct?
Yes, full stop for 7604 box shot.
We're gonna...
Okay. About 20 miles out.
Las Cruces traffic, Turkey 35 Juliet, left base flag for runway 08, Las Cruces traffic.
Autopilot's handling it very well. So after we land, we'll go ahead and do a full inspection under the hood there. Go ahead and get the AWAS here.
Temperature 15 Celsius. Dew point -0. Altimeter 3015.
Still the same. 3015, 3015.
Las Cruces International Airport. Automated weather observation 1953. Zulu weather. Wind calm. Visibility 10.
It sounds like everyone was still using 8, even though wind's calm. So they're 20. It's 20 miles out. Yeah, we can see it. I can see the airport straight in, basically on the 8. You see it straight out ahead?
Kind of. I guess that's what's out there.
Yep, that's the airport. But you can see the water tower just slightly to the right, and then you can see the clearing. It kind of looks like a different brown shade in the darker areas, just on this side of the city. That's the runway. That's runway 8. We're not going to do a straight in, though. I don't really want to do that. I'm going to go ahead and just enter the pattern. Let's see where everybody's doing here.
Traffic, Woodward RV 384, 3 miles. Item 084 stop.
Maybe I should start saying Zenith. What the hell, every other experimental says vans or RV or whatever.
I don't know, the guy earlier today said experimental.
Yeah, I know. Because on our airworthiness certificate, it actually says in the limitations that you are supposed to identify yourself as an experimental. I guess you could say experimental Zenith 750 at the Julia, but that's a mouthful.
Los Cruces traffic, experimental 7009 Whiskey, 10 miles to the north. On approach for downwind leg to runway 8, Las Cruces traffic.
Las Cruces traffic, Boulevard RV 384, Swift final 08, full stop, Las Cruces.
Las Cruces traffic, Cherokee 35 Juliet, turning left crosswind, runway 08, Las Cruces traffic.
I like this down here. That's much better. I love that it charges in flight. I'm glad I found that mount.
Traffic, Cherokee 35
The
Juliet,
magnetic
turning
one.
left downwind,
That works really well.
Las Cruces traffic.
And I was concerned about vibration, but it's smooth.
We're about,
This is about to die.
This has 48%.
Okay. This will turn off, but we'll have the audio. All right, guys, so I'm going to go ahead.
3-0, but we'll break it off and then land on.
Okay, guys, so we're going to go ahead and sign off on here. Just in case the video on my DJI camera here goes dead on me. I haven't really rigged up ways to keep this charged during flight, but my 360 camera is still got plenty of charge, so we'll still have some video at the end of here of the landing and everything. But anyways, we'll go ahead and sign off. Like I said, everything on the airplane is running really good. Oil temperature on the gearbox, now that we've just been cruising at 4,800 RPM, 84 knots, 85 knots at 7,500. Everything's cooled off really nicely, and everything's just running as it should. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off from here, and you guys keep building, keep flying, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye now. Just let it keep recording though, and I can just take the audio off afterwards.
Yeah. This one seems to record it in like chunks. Because it went up to like 30 minutes and then it starts again.
Yeah, as long as that still says recorded.
Yeah.
Because I've had times where it shut off at the end, and I don't know why.
This is about the third chunk though it's been on, I think.
Yeah, it does it in smaller sections because we can't do the larger files. Los Cruces traffic, experimental 750 Echo Juliet is 12 to the west at 7,500. Going to open fly the field and descend down to 6,500, and then enter the left downwind runway 8, Los Cruces.
7009 Whiskey, 2.5 miles to the north at pattern altitude. Heading for downwind leg of runway 8, Las Cruces traffic.
And we got this guy doing an RNAV.
Los Cruces traffic, Cherokee 35 Juliet, off runway 08 and passing back to cross via...
Alpha.
Oh, okay. Los Cruces traffic.
Oh, good lord. Student.
Los Cruces traffic, Cherokee 35 Juliet, correction. We are taxiing back to 08 via Alpha. Los Cruces traffic.
Instructor said, nah, we're going back up.
Los Cruces traffic, experimental 7009 or Whiskey is at the end of runway 12 on 45 for downwind, runway 08, Los Cruces traffic. Los Cruces traffic, Skyline 737, taking off for about 2 miles east of the field, approaching the ILS 30. We're about to break off and get on downwind for 08. Do you have me in sight traffic? Negative, we do not. I am turning downwind for 08 right now. Right above 12. We're going to enter a crosswind behind you. So take a look.
And Los Cruces traffic, experimental 750 Echo Juliet is 8 to the west at 7,500. Going to fly the field, then enter the left downwind for runway 8, full stop Los Cruces.
Los Cruces traffic, experimental 7009 or Whiskey is on downwind runway 8, just past the number 8.
This is the sleeping ladies right here. That's the sleeping lady. The mountain.
Okay.
That's what they call it. It's the Sleeping Lady Hills.
Okay.
Because from the airport, it actually looks like a woman laying down. So they call it the Sleeping Ladies. All right, getting a little closer. Need to keep an eye out for all these people that are in the pattern right now. And we'll start our
Cruces traffic, experimental 7009 or Whiskey, turning left base, runway 8, Los Cruces traffic.
Descend down to 6,000.
Traffic, Skyline 737, taking off and turning left downwind for 08, Los Cruces. Los Cruces traffic, experimental 7009 or Whiskey, turning final, runway 8, full stop, Los Cruces traffic.
Los Cruces traffic, experimental 750 Echo Juliet is 7,500, coming down to 6,000. Oh, fly the field and enter the left downwind, runway 8, Los Cruces.
Traffic, Skyline 7, take off and turning left base for 08, Los Cruces.
Should be right out over here. Alright, we're going to come off autopilot now. And I have to fly now. I'll fly the runway directly. That way I can enter right into the crosswind.
Los Cruces traffic, Skyline 737, taking off and turning final, runway 08, full stop.
I got him in sight. Alright, arrival checkers.
Left downwind for runway 08.
111 tower. Hey, all lights are on.
Traffic, Wagon 21, taking reverse 15 miles southeast. 6,400, we're on the ILS 30, but we'll break it up early to the left downwind, runway 8, Los Cruces.
And Los Cruz traffic, experimental 750, Echo Juliet. It's going to be at 6,000 feet. It's going to fly a high upwind on the for runway 8, and then enter the traffic pattern for full stop runway 8, Los Cruz. Everybody else is on the ground. Got the one guy out that way. He'll be able to fall in behind me. This guy looks like he's a full stop. And he's off the runway.
Los Angeles traffic, Cherokee 35 Juliet, warming up and wait for runway 08, Los Angeles traffic.
And Los Angeles traffic, 750 Echo Juliet's on the upwind, 6,000, and going to be entering the left downwind runway, or left crossing wind for runway Los Angeles.
Skywagon 21, Tango Bristol on 10 southeast, 6,400 on the ILS 30, we'll break it up early for runway 8, Los Cruces.
Los Cruces, Charlie Cherokee 49 Quebec, 5 miles to the southeast, overflying the airfield at 6,000 feet, going to join the left downwind for runway 08, Los Cruces traffic.
Who's overflying the field at 6,000 feet right now? I'm over the field at 6,000 feet right now. And Los Cruz traffic, experimental 750, Echo Juliet is at 6,000, descended to traffic pattern altitude on the upwind for runway 8, Los Cruz. And Los Cruz traffic, experimental 750, Echo Juliet, turning left crosswind runway 8, full stop, Los Cruz.
Los Cruces traffic, Cherokee 35 Juliet, departing runway 8, Los Cruces traffic.
And Los Cruces traffic, Skywagon 201, Tango number is 7.5 miles southeast, descending out of 6,400, ILS runway 30, we'll break it up early for runway 8, Los Cruces.
Los Cruz traffic, experimental 750, Echo Juliet's turning left downwind runway 8, Los Cruces.
Cherokee 49 Quebec for Los Cruces traffic. We are flying over the airfield at 6,000 feet. We got the aircraft in the downwind for 08 in sight. We're going to follow behind you. Los Cruces traffic.
Okay, pitch for 70 knots, hour 3,300 RPM.
Los Cruces traffic, Cherokee 6235 Juliet on the departure leg for runway 8. We're going to continue to extend our departure leg through to let Tango November enter as well.
Thank you, Tango November, Skywagon breaking off the ILS 30 approach. We're now turning east 5,500 feet. We'll be joining the left downwind, runway 8, Los Cruces.
Los Cruz traffic, experimental 750, Echo Juliet, turning left to base, runway 8, full stop, Los Cruces.
traffic, Cherokee 49 Quebec is on the left downwind, runway 08, Los Cruise traffic.
Los Cruise traffic, experimental 750 Echo Juliet is turning left final runway 8, full stop, Los Cruise.
Los Cruise traffic, experimental 64 Golf Romeo will be taxiing south, sir. From Jamal.
Los Cruise traffic, Cherokee 49 Quebec, left base, runway 08, Los Cruise traffic.
Los Cruises traffic, November 5 Yankee X-ray is 8 miles to the west, 8,000. We're going to be inbound for the ILS 30. Los Cruises.
On schedule.
Los Cruises traffic, car wagon 21, David number 2 miles to the east over barriers. 6,000, descending for the left downwind, runway 8, Los Cruises.
Los Cruise traffic, Cherokee 49 Quebec is on final runway 08, Los Cruises.
Oil pressure.
And Los Cruise traffic, experimental 750 Echo Juliet is clear runway 8 at Foxtrot. We'll be taxiing straight across to the hangars. Los Cruises.
Los Cruises traffic, Cherokee 6235 Juliet is on the departure and left downwind for runway 08. We have Tango November in sight, Los Cruises.
That was a nice land. Too bad. I see why I complain about other, airlines when they land.
Los Cruises traffic, car wagon 21, Tango November 45.
They shouldn't be that bad.
Left downwind.
They do it every day. Ooh, gets hot in here quick when you land.
I was cold earlier, so
My feet were a little chilly, but you didn't turn the heat on.
I didn't want you to get too hot.
My toesies get cold in the airplane. Try to make it easier to push it in. That plane wasn't in the way. I could basically set it up to just push it in. But no. Alright, signing off, guys.